Good afternoon. My name is Larry Klayman. You know me as the founder of both Judicial Watch and now Freedom Watch. I'm also a former federal prosecutor, and I'm the chairman and general counsel of Freedom Watch. You can find us at www.freedomwatchusa.org. I'm commenting today about what's going on with this so-called Muslim ban that President Trump has put into effect. First of all, it's not a Muslim ban, it's just a moratorium on immigration from certain terrorist countries for 90 days. The left has totally mischaracterized this. But I find the statements made by Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, as someone of Jewish origin, to be particularly offensive. People have suggested, in fact, some liberal Jews in the Hollywood and other communities have suggested that if this was cut off, that how would Jewish refugees during World War II, during the Holocaust, been accepted in the United States? Well, the reality is they really weren't. President Roosevelt covered up that there was a Holocaust. He didn't want to waste bombs on concentration camps, and that was particularly despicable on his part. In my view, he's not the great president that people paint him out to be, particularly for the Jewish people, and they're frequently deluded in that regard. That's the reason that many Jewish people, including my grandparents who never really understood this, voted Democrat for many, many years. Now, I'm not advocating to vote for any one party, but what I'm saying is that the reality is that letting people in from these terrorist states, where Jews are number one on the hit list to die, is not the equivalent of taking refugees in from Nazi Germany, particularly Jewish ones, that were subject to the Holocaust. And these kinds of analogies are frankly extremely offensive, and they're being perpetrated throughout the United States. You know, I am proudly Jewish. I'm proudly Christian. I became a Christian. I believe in Jesus Christ. But I'm a Jewish Christian. And I really take offense to the Jewish left, very dominant here in Hollywood and in other places in the country, running interference for Muslims in this country who are hostile to Jewish interests. And that's a reality, is the fact that we have for over 6,000 years had this issue with regard to Muslims. And not all Muslims are bad people. Some are good people. Many of them have renounced the Muslim background. In fact, I have many friends in that regard. But the reality is that any so-called religion, which is predicated upon eliminating the infidels, that means the people who don't believe in Allah, or to subject them to slavery and taxation, which is also included in the Quran, in my opinion, they're not practicing a religion. They're practicing a cult political ideology. So let's not mince words here anymore. Let's get down to the brass tacks. All these individuals who seem that they're heartbroken that Muslims from these countries for 90 days can't come into this country as President Trump and the administration decide how to vet them properly. After we've had terrorist attacks recently at Fort Lauderdale Airport, I was basically assaulted the other day at Los Angeles Airport when I was passing through by these individuals who were using that as an excuse to threaten people, and these were Muslims. We have to live in the real world, and I'm not condemning a whole group of people, but what I'm saying is that this religion, as they call it, is bent on eliminating infidels, and Muslims, good Muslims, have renounced that religion, which is not a religion at all. So let's get things straight here, is that we need to protect our borders, we need to protect the United States. Nobody is a racist because they want to have national security. The reality is that the Islamic religion, as in the Quran, teaches to eliminate, that is, kill people who do not believe in Allah. That's a hard fact. If you don't like it, go read the Quran. This is my message for today. President Trump deserves our support. We have to put an end to this type of counter-revolution that's going on right now. Give the guy a chance to succeed on behalf of the American people. Now, I'm nonpartisan. I brought actions against Democrats, Republicans, everyone. But the reality is this country is under attack. And just the other day, you saw what happened in Canada. The Prime Minister of Canada, Mr. Trudeau, tried to blame non-Muslims for the attack on the mosque. Well, to tell you how things work, the Muslims are even killing themselves. So consider that, take that into account. Doesn't mean someone's a racist because they're talking about reality here. And give the president a chance. God bless you, God bless America, and have a nice day.